Yo, what's good, everybody? Today is May the 12th, Election Day in the city of Newark, 2026. Most gracious Heavenly Father, we thank you, God, for yet another time just to come together, to fellowship, chill with one another, have a good conversation. We ask you, God, that you will bless all that are watching this, their families as well. Keep everyone safe. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Yo, what's
Amen.
good, everybody? Y'all come on
Amen.
in. While y'all coming on in, um, congratulations to all the graduates. It's graduation season. We finally made it. Um, so respectfully, it's too many names to name. So for all the graduates, congratulations to you guys and all the endeavors and your next chapter in life. We're proud of you. We're happy for you. May God continue to bless you in all that you touch and all that you do. Um, Shout out as always to all our teachers, all the educators, all the custodian workers, all the cafeteria workers, everybody that's in the school system that plays a part on a daily basis in supporting our children and making sure that they're good to go when they're out of our care. So shout out to all the essential workers, everybody that's a part of the school and staff. Nobody's to be left out. Um, what else was there? Um, Shout out to you guys, man. I miss you guys, man. I had got a call last week, being that I didn't do the show, and I didn't realize. Actually, I got a couple calls, but it was like I didn't realize how much of an impact this show was having on people. So my apologies for taking a week off last week, but um somebody let me know that this was really a lifeline and it make a difference in their week. So they look forward to this every Tuesday night. So I'm gonna be not even when I'm not doing this live show, I'm gonna figure out how to do like replays of some of our highest view shows or whatever. That way you guys could still get a taste of the Marvin Bennett Jr. show every single week, man. But I really appreciate you guys, man. And with all that being said, we're gonna get into the show tonight. This is a young man that I met or I heard about a little while ago. uh, me and this cat, we go back. We got a 30 plus year brotherhood, man. I love this cat like no
Facts.
other. It's my man himself, Mr. Walt Dog Harris. What's good, Walt?
Funky fresh in the flesh. Everything is good, Marv. Man, how you say happy to be alive.
No
So
diggity.
so and doing well. Got all my hands and faculties, how the church folks say. got good conscience over my mind, so everything is good.
No doubt. Hey, so for the viewers that don't know who you are, tell the viewers a little bit about yourself and your background.
Let me see. I was born the son of a sharecropper. No, originally from Newark, New Jersey, Hooterville, Brookdale Ave. Um, Grew up in Newark. Went to West Side. Went to University High, Camden Middle, Harriet Tubman, Springfield Avenue Community School. So I'm in that route. Uh, Went to school in South Carolina. Graduated from Bennett College. Go Tigers. You know, been let me see. Been an educator, been a teacher, worked in a lab. Now I'm an inspector, health inspector. So, a little bit of everything. Worked on a railroad. So, kind of man, a jack of all trades. But now I'm finally mastering fatherhood. I
That's what's up.
think
Yeah,
that's my
man.
one of my greatest things to be a dad.
Yeah. And happy belated Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Sunday was Mother's Day. I hope all you mothers had a good day, enjoyed your weekend. We thank you all because without you all, there would be no us. So shout out to all the mothers out there, man.
Definitely shout out to all the mothers.
Um, Especially Mama Darlene too. Give her my love. Uh, I was trying to
And
post
Mother
my pictures.
Bennett.
I got a new phone, so I couldn't do it on the pre-show announcement. I was trying to get the picture from graduation with us out in front of West Side with your mom in it. And I was like,
Oh
man,
man, I could have sent you that one too.
yeah, I got it. It's just that I couldn't. I got this new phone, man, and it's like, oh my god, it sucked. It sucked learning. You know how it is when you get older. We get stuck in our ways, man. I hate learning new stuff at this age, bro. But you mentioned it. Like, talk about that real quick before we get into the show, because tonight we're gonna be talking about leadership, change in leadership, if it when it's necessary. How do you go about that thing, and it's different things. But being that you just brought it up, what would you say? How would you say that fatherhood has changed you?
Definitely made me more mature. Uh, uh, Redirected my purpose, meaning that you know when other lives depend on you, and you take that serious, that not only do they depend on you, but you have to groom them into being the best version of themselves. It definitely humbles you. It definitely gives you a sense of purpose, of pride, give you strength, give you joy, and just it made me a better person myself. Because at one time I was a selfish dude, and now that when you have other people depending on you and their success, it definitely matures you quickly. You see all the gray hair up there. I don't know if you see it, and it gives you that too.
No doubt. And how many? What's your age range?
30, 28, 21, and 12.
All right,
22 and 12.
you've been pretty busy there.
Hey, pull-out game was weak. Can I say that on the joint? But I was in love.
Everybody don't share the same testimony. I swear, when people be always when they hear that I used to work in the airline industry and all the years that I was going, all the trips that I took, they be like, man, I know you got kids. All I said, no, no, sir, no, sir, no, sir, no, sir. I mean,
Man.
what we got different testimonies. My pull-out game was strong. A1.
Nah, mine was it was weak. I was in love, you know, and the funny story about that, like when you think you with the one, you know, you think you could accomplish or conquer any issue, and so it wasn't like I was trying to run away from fatherhood or parenthood. It was just that I thought we could do it, and then
Yeah,
you realize, hey, life ain't all rainbows and sunshine.
no doubt. Speaking of speaking of all that there, I wanted to
Oh,
surprise you.
is that an old shit moment?
I heard this was a roast for Walter Harris. I couldn't resist.
We did. They did Kevin Hart Mother's Day. We might as well
Oh man,
get
it's for my
Walter back.
birthday. Y'all too. Can I throw that up on the screen? You know what? I can't even do that. I don't want it to come back to me later. Like when I run for office, I want two middle fingers to pop up.
Right. Well, you don't want
What's
to have a
good, man?
conversation with the missus later.
Now she out of town.
Won't matter.
What's good, see? Hey, what's good with you, Al?
I'm good, man. I'm doing well. How about you?
Hanging in there, man. I have no complaint. So we
Man.
we gonna be getting into the besides Walt, just roasting Walt. We're gonna be getting, the day was the election day in North and whoever other places, but Newark in particular, being that that's where we from. I've been kind of following that race there. And we've been kind of talking about it. You got people that's for rise. You got a lot of people that's saying that Newark needs to change. And I kind of wanted to get in, talk to you guys about that there. Because there's no right or wrong. And let's be clear, none of us are no longer Newark residents. So
Right.
it's just, this is all just opinionated basis. But I was wondering, like, I know one of the candidates that was running against Rise is Jamar Youngblood, and I've been watching him and seeing his movement, and I think that his heart is in the right place. But me personally, I don't feel like he's quite ready yet. So it's like that's the main question, or the rhetorical question that we're gonna go back and forth on. Is when you feel like you need a change in leadership, how do you go about that change, and what happens when you feel like you do need leadership, but there's nobody qualified to run against the leadership that's already there?
You want to take that one, L? First.
I don't know. That's a big one. I think you gotta. I don't know. Today, I feel like you really gotta vet people out now really good. You know what I mean? Like, especially new folks, and seasoned politicians too. I feel like you got to vet them out just to see what their platform is really all about, and to see if, in essence, if what they are standing for or running for is in your best interest, right? Is in your community's best interest. That's what I think ultimately, you got to do with a lot of these candidates today. Ultimately you got to do your research. So,
well, it's the age old thing of everything else too. Like we don't set up succession plans for us now or the next generation. Not for nothing. Our president was damn near 80 years old. And the young man you're talking about, I really don't know him personally. I don't know him personally. However, it doesn't seem like anyone got behind him to really to explain to him how to run a successful campaign, and not just a campaign of just trying to get a few hundred votes, but a campaign to really push an envelope, to really push an agenda, to really sell people on his vision. Because as we see from our president, if you sell somebody on a vision, they will vote for you. However, we're in a time now where we can't afford to go backwards just for the sake of change. We do have to have some type of evidence of progression within the person now, especially in the Black communities. Like we can't afford not to try to train up once you're in office. We need to have you already ready to rock and roll when your feet hit the ground. And so I think, moving forward, we do have to, if we're really serious about generationals and, everybody talking about, generational wealth and all this other stuff, or making it easy for the next generation, we do have to now start really training about folks to be leaders. Like, I don't want to be 60 years old and worrying about what a 20-year-old going to say, because I already know what they're going to do, because we trained them to at least have everybody's best interest or the world's best interest, or have a plan in place to get something done. And that's what and that's what I think we're lacking as a people.
Yeah. Thanks for the question there, Steve Bano. Steve asks, would you rather slavery in the USA or genocide in your homeland? I don't really know how to answer that, because the USA is my homeland. I'm not sure what you meant by that, but I ain't with slavery or genocide, to be honest with you. I don't
exactly
think good options, bro. But thanks for the question, and thanks for tuning in. Yeah, and like you said earlier, Walt, it would have been good if he had got with somebody to kind of steer him up, train him. And to the L point, I think L hit the nail on the head. We got to do more vetting. It's like, even the whole thing went viral with Donna Jackson, who we all love. Miss Jackson, she been in them streets in Newark for a minute, like, rallying for the people, and you know what I mean. Her name always, she a fire starter. But does that make you qualified to run for mayor? Because that you care about, the people know that you care about your city. Does that make you? You know what I mean? Do you have the credentials to actually be in office? And
well, advocacy and leadership is two different things, right? Because anybody could go against the grain, anybody could go against the machine, but what solutions are you bringing? What evidence are you bringing? What evidence are you bringing to say, hey, I can lead a whole community, as opposed to just fighting for one or two people?
Mm-hmm.
Because and let's talk about like small picture is, I could help somebody get rent support or their lights turned on. That's one thing. But what about when you gotta balance a whole budget for a city where everybody, where everybody is affected, not just one or two people, that probably didn't take care of their business in the first place. And I'm judging, but most time, we get into that a poor planning on your part doesn't constitute as an emergency on my part. So most time when people advocating for you, it's something that you didn't do. But for those that really do need advocacy, they know how to go through the proper channels or the right channels to get something accomplished. And that's just my belief.
Nah, and I think that's a valid point you walk, because as you were saying it, I just began to think, and I came up with, I thought of the analogy. It's almost like cooking. You know what I mean? You got some people that, it ain't that they can't cook, but you used to cook a meal for 2 people. Can you prepare a meal for 12 or a family of 8? You know what I'm saying? It's levels to it.
Correct.
It doesn't mean that you can't cook, but it's about, can you handle the load of when you host a Thanksgiving, as opposed to just you and your
potato salad.
Exactly. It's a difference. So it doesn't mean that you can't cook, but it doesn't necessarily make you qualified to go out there and get you a catering business.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, we got there's levels to it. So in the case of Jamar, like I think his heart is in the right place. He's from Clinton Avenue. Hey, what's good, Sam? Sam said we supposed to judge. His heart is in the right place, but I just don't think that he's quite polished enough. I watched a lot of his lives, and I watched a lot of his rallying. It's just like, nah, bro. I respect it. And, his whole thing, like you said, what's your platform? You can't just run on, hey, Roz, where the money at? You know what I mean? You can't run on just, like Don Jackson, Roz, with that $5 million, that can't be your platform.
I think his platform was, corruption. He wanted to make corruption he wanted to make the office more transparent.
Yeah. And that's exactly what he said his platform was, but that's kind of a vague statement. You know what I mean? Transparent is what? Do you want to open up what's going on at the Board of Education? What happened to all the money that's Mark Zuckerberg was supposedly able to give or donated on behalf of other people? Because I seen Roz talking about that the other day, last week too, where he was saying it wasn't where he actually gave $25 million to the city of Newark. It was where he gave $25 million to a group that was supposed to represent and distributed the money. So Roz was like, he didn't ever get that money. So, who's to say what? We know Roz is a seasoned politician. Roz been playing this game for a minute now. And I'm not saying that he did anything corrupt or whatever.
But it's like anything else. Like if you donate $10 to the Red Cross, only $1 of that $10 is probably going to go to helping the cause. The rest of it go to a whole 9 other people before it gets to the person that's supposed to help.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
and my thing is just to go back to the point of his platform potentially. I don't know who the candidate was. I don't know much about him, but if he's saying that my part of my platform or what my main platform could potentially be is being transparent, my thing is like, isn't that the expectation of a politician, right? What is that? Shouldn't that be what we expect as constituents, as voters? Like, that should be the expectation, that you are transparent. So, like, I don't know. To me, that's just like, okay. What else are you bringing?
Yeah.
Right.
You would think that, but apparently, because like I said, even Donna Jackson, she called them out at the city hall. I posted that, and that went viral on Threads. I got like over 1 million views on that on Threads.
Yeah, I think I saw that video. I think I saw that video. It was a very long video.
With Rod.
Yeah.
Right.
But like me and Walt were talking earlier, you got to remember, like, Roz is not new to this either. And it's like, y'all know how I feel about politics, and I don't expect everybody to feel like that. I feel like it's a rigged game, but it's almost like, state prop. Like, either you're going to get down or you're going to lay down. I thought about, even with Dupre Kelly, Do It All from Lords of the Underground, who's a city councilman in the West Ward. But I remember him running and not winning. He didn't win until he got down with Team Baraka. Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
Well, I believe in his situation. I think we talked about it earlier. They told him Do It All came in with with his background, people knowing him. He didn't understand politics or how how a political machine runs, or I think at the time they were still doing the old balloting. So how you set up with a whole team. and I think that's what cost him. He thought, you know, his star power would win.
Mm-hmm.
Not that, you know, you got to put a lot of things in place. And what happened was after that first run, he realized, hey, this is what I need to do, because he learned. And then, you know, he did join the Baraka team, but he learned how politics do run. Because to your point, like, you know, you say it's all a rigged game, but they kind of know who they want to run or who they want to represent them in certain things.
Mm-hmm.
That's, you know, these are deals, not deals, but these are conversations had in back rooms or over periods of time where, hey, you know, you wait. What happens is in politics, especially like in big cities, is people don't want to wait. People don't want to go through the grind of playing this. Let's playing this game. People don't want to go through that grind.
Yeah.
Raz went through that grind. Remember, Raz started in '94.
Yeah.
He didn't win made it to 2014. So he understood the grind. Even he went with somebody he ran against, you know. And remember, in Newark, we all know each other.
Yeah.
Our families, big families, know each other, and the streets know each other. So, you know, what Youngblood, what Jamar has to do, I believe, you know, just going back to him, is he really has to understand what his vision is, what he really want to accomplish. This campaign, I think it was about getting his name out there, to be honest. I don't think he wanted to run, but then he learned big boy politics.
Yeah.
Right. He learned that it ain't just, you know, shouting a bunch of words out or getting the people hyped up. You really have to have a plan, because you're dealing with people's lives, generational lives. And so hopefully he learned from this. Like, he didn't even get an endorsement. You know, that's some certain things you got to have. He didn't have a marketing team. And not just you know, he could have got some high schoolers that's dealing in marketing to really put something out there.
Yeah, my bad. I was trying. I know that the poll is closed now. I was trying to see if there was any
updates.
Hey, what's good, Rod? Rod said, "Look at my smart and educated brothers. Proud of y'all."
Negro need to jump on.
Where you at?
Let the Negro jump on. That's what he need to do.
Can y'all see the comments that I see?
No.
All right. So I just got to post them. That's all.
Oh, I see that one now.
Yeah. Rod had to work tonight.
Oh, okay.
Hard-working brother.
Yeah, you know, Rod always getting on that grind.
So we give a shout out to Pound for Pound. What is this thing? Pound for Pound. What do I do again? Security.
Yeah.
To the stars. Shout out to Pound for Pound.
Security to the stars.
That's what he do.
Yeah, he do.
So shout out to them.
Even the ones that's not stars.
Yeah.
Nah, Rod costs too much.
We rocking with politicians and everybody now.
I was gonna say Rod costs too much.
That's what I was thinking. Was like, even if I made it, even if the show blow up, I was to get down with the Netflix crew. I don't know if I can afford. I gotta ask for a special budget. I got a personal relationship with him. I might not be able to afford a ride, yo.
Right, word. I do one thing, you know, just a little plug for him. He always protects who he protects, and everybody comes back because they love Rod.
Yeah,
they do, you know. And I didn't know. I know that they always come back to him.
Yeah, and then it's like another one that's out there is Sheila Montague. I know she was running too, and I think her main problem was that a lot of people don't really know who she is or what she's about. And there's another thing, like, so I was seeing different posts, and shout out to Kiona Bennett. She had posted last week, you know, it looked like we're going to be stuck with Rise again or whatever the case, however she worded it. And a lot of people, I was reading the comments, and it was like a lot of people saying, I don't know who, I don't know any of the other candidates or whatever the case may be. And I'm sitting here like, I'm all the way in North Carolina. You feel me? And yet I know at least 3 other candidates. So it's like, is it that you don't know the candidates because they're not visible, or don't you know the candidates because you're not really checking out who is out there? You don't really care. You know what I'm saying?
That's my family. What's up, fam?
What up?
What y'all doing, man? What y'all here talking about, man?
You know,
What
they
I'm
was
talking
election
about.
day out there in Newark, man. We trying to see what's going on with the people if they went out there and voted and it's changed really
It's
necessary.
election
How
up here
you go
today.
about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the mayor election and the city council and all that.
You on a
Mm.
movie ride? What's going on? You fully geared up.
Yeah, you got
man.
your SWAT uniform on, bro.
You know, I mean, a little bit of work, a little bit of ice, a little bit of this.
I was about to say he down there messing with them folk.
Word.
They think he an ice agent, yo.
It's crazy. No, it's crazy about the politics, though. You know, I've been working a lot in politics the last 2-3 years, like doing security for. I work for Jasmine Crockett. I work for the mayors. I work for a bunch of folks in there. So political stuff is a little different, man. It's a little different from the entertainment world. It's a lot different. Like I tell people, like when I work in entertainment, I can look at somebody. Okay, I see the threat. I see what's coming from. But in the political world, you have no clue where the threat coming from. Everybody's just right here. You just can't see it. It's a little different. A lot different.
Man, I'm glad you're out here safe though. That's what's up.
Oh yeah, I'm good, man.
They keeping the people safe.
I got too many folks praying for me.
Word.
I got folks praying for me more. I pray for myself.
Yeah, he figured I told him about that you was gonna be on Wall, so he wanted to come on and tell you happy born day.
Yeah,
early.
man. I got what birthday? Hey, man, I was listening. I said, I was listening. Hey, Lenny, I was listening. And I said, that man sound like a baby cowboy. Look at him. I said, this boy, he's all in the community. He's an activist like his dad. I said, this is crazy. He's a baby cowboy out here. Hey, man, that's what's up. That's where they keep the legacy alive right there. I ain't mad at that.
Shout out to all the pops out there.
That's what's up.
Rest in peace,
right.
Baby cowboy out here. That's crazy. No, right now I'm working a smoke shop right now.
Damn. It get down like that in Atlanta at the smoke shops?
Hey man, I work at churches. I get employed at church.
Hey.
At school. I work at school. That's how I'm making security everywhere.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
If I work at a church, if I work at school, we can work anywhere.
What's up, Ed?
Yo,
what up, Ed?
So that's what I'm saying, man. Yo, it's good to see all y'all faces.
That's crazy. Yeah, they took the SROs out of schools down here in Maryland. They need to put them back.
Yeah, man. You got at least have a officer every school. I believe every school need an officer. Everyone.
Wow. Yeah.
I think every officer need at least every school.
And you know, it's like being from up where we from. It's like it's hard to even envision a school without security like that.
Man, I was telling we've been rolling through TSA since '92.
I tell people that all the time, but they think I be joking, right?
What?
I swear to God. I tell people like, yo, we had metal detectors before the airport did.
What? We've been riding through TSA since '92, bro.
Open your backpack.
Yeah.
And think about it, like
the locker searches.
I swear, I was talking to one of the educators down here, right? And I thought about it. I thought about this years ago, but I said, psychologically, where West Side is at, it should be illegal. And here's what I mean by that. Can you imagine getting up to stretch your class and you look out the window and you're staring at a graveyard? Like, can you imagine the psychological aspect of that? You know what I'm saying? Right. You look outside and all you see is a graveyard. You're not thinking about a future. You're not thinking about a career. You know what I'm saying? You seeing tombstones. Yeah. That's crazy to me, yo.
Yeah, as a high school teenager in Newark, you know, you're in your history class and you dazing off, and all you can daze off into is the graveyard. This is what I have to look forward to.
Exactly. Like, that's crazy to me. I never thought about it when we was in it. But I had to know. It hit me like, wow.
That graveyard huge too. A lot of bodies. There's a lot of bodies out there early.
You know it.
From South Orange Ave to Central Ave, yeah.
I'm pretty sure half that school is on half of it too. I'm pretty sure somebody's on that driveway. Pretty sure they're under that driveway.
Man, it's just a blessing. Though, even as I'm looking at the live what we doing now, it's like for us to be here 35 years later. It's like, man, God is more than good. He's not only faithful, and shout out to all the ones that we lost along the way. You know what I mean? Even back in high school, but for us to be 50 plus and still here, vibing with our families and fathers and you know what I mean, brothers and uncles, and it's like, man, who would ever thought? Who would ever thought? Because even when Dude All was on the show, we was talking about that. It's like it's hard to think about where we at in life now. I know for me speaking, me personally, it was like I didn't think I was going to see 22. You know what I mean? Back then, it's like so I might as well go and have a good people. Always Marv, you was a wild boy. You was crazy because I didn't think I was going to ever be like in the show. So I might as well have a good time now. So it's like,
well, how about you wasn't using condoms back then?
What does that have to do with the conversation, Walt? What does that have to do with
you like you ain't had to limit past 22? Hey, that just came out.
There you go, exposing people business.
Exactly, man. This is a family show, bro.
Oh, I apologize, folks.
Man, they ain't got nothing to do
talking about
with
politics. I'm sorry.
They ain't got nothing to do with the price of tea in China.
First of all, you don't know how happy this is because this is dope. You know, I mean, I talk to y'all, we text each other, but to see y'all faces, man, this shit is dope to me.
Yeah. I appreciate it, man.
This is dope.
Nah, you good. And I keep telling people all the time, man, we got to make it happen, man. Like, we got to get a reunion, even if it's just for 2 days with the 5 of us, right? Even if we got to come down to you. Gene said he down. I need all 5 of us to be in a room together.
Last time Gene came to Atlanta, I took him to the club with me. He was like, oh, I gotta go. This is a little bit too much for me. Gene ain't get up out of there. The only person I know can hang tough is that guy to the left up there. The guy up top. Marvin hanging, boy. Marvin hanging.
That boy, well, I went there the first time I went down there with him when he was on the scene. He's like, all right, man, you know you gonna be good. I'm about to go ahead to work. Like, shoot, I'm rolling with you. He's like, all right, now you know I'm gonna be out there for 8 hours. Nigga, I'm rolling with you. I'm good. And we went to the club. Hey, I go outside every 2 or 3 hours just to check on him. He's like, you good? I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'm coming to check and see if you good, bro. He left that mug. The sun was coming up, bro.
Marv came down one time. Me and my wife. I said, yo, bro, I need some air, bro. I'm zooted. I got lay down. I got to sit down somewhere. Yo, me and my wife went to the car, slept for 3 hours. Came back inside. He's still in there jumping. So, bro, I'm like, this guy.
One thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have me a good time, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna say party 50 last year. Mark had the party. I'm looking at old pictures. I said Mark was on the floor. It was hot as hell in there.
Boy.
Yeah, it was.
With my towel.
I was mad I missed that. I was mad I missed that one.
I gotta send it to you. I gotta send it to you, Rod. He did. I was watching it before we went live. I said I ain't even gonna do it till we play it on the show. But Walt did an actual performance. He wrote a rhyme just for his 50th. I'm gonna send it to you, Rod.
Really?
Yeah, he did
a whole performance. I'm a hard critic. I'm not gonna give you a pass. If it's trash, I'm gonna let you know.
Straight Brian Ivy. He gonna be on trash bars.
Oh yeah, I'm put him out there. Looking at him crazy.
Yo, what's good, Jew? We got Julian.
Nah, it was tight. Let Mark send it to you. I was saucy too. So good time.
Hey, but while you here, Rob, we were just talking about that earlier. You know, Mother's Day was Sunday. How do you feel like fatherhood has changed you?
One more time.
How do you feel like fatherhood has changed you?
Listen, I tell people all the time, life got real when people relied on me to feed them.
And that's exactly what Walt said.
Yeah, it just got real, like, you know what I mean? But fatherhood was dope, but I tell people, guys, it's get real when people rely on you for everything. Hey, daddy got it. Daddy get it. Daddy got it. This is how it is. But it changed me a lot, though. Not really, though, but cause I'm still the same person. I ain't really changed too much. That's the worst part. I think my kids more mature than I am. I'm still immature as shit. I think that's the problem with me. I'm still immature as hell. But it changed me as being responsible type stuff. So
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Making sure
Absolutely.
everything's paid up, roof is up, bills are paid. Like I said, my goal was keep my daughter off the pole and my son at the pen.
And that's 100%
That's it.
right there. You
One
two for
job.
two on
Keep 'em
that.
off the pole.
Yeah, you two for two on that.
And I ain't never had my son call me late night, Dad. I gotta bail him out. I ain't never had my daughter call me and say, Dad, I'm in a bad situation. So just try to raise him right and give him the real.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you can do.
Try to sugarcoat nothing.
Don't your son work with you with the security too? Or
He do.
Like,
Yeah, he went to school and everything, and he was on his own for a minute. And he got upset for a minute because I had paying some of his bills, Hey, listen, bro, it's time for you to come home. Ain't nothing wrong with it. He's like, I failed. No, you ain't failed.
Nah.
Like, just regroup, come back to the crib, regroup, jump back out there. You know what I mean? Like, I got you.
That's what fathers do. Right.
Well, that's what we new fathers do. My dad would do that. My dad said, get your ass up outside. My dad told me, my dad planted 4 trees in my yard growing up, and every year he chopped one down. Hey, two more trees left. When them trees gone, you gone. I was like, damn. What you mean when the trees gone, I'm gone? What do you mean?
Yo,
when I finished school, that's why I went to Seattle, stayed for a little bit. I went to Houston. I couldn't go back to North. My dad didn't let me go back home. So that's why I ended up to Atlanta. I just was moving from spot to spot. He was like, you ain't coming back here. Like, if you come back, you're gonna stay here. So I don't want you coming back home. So I just had to find my way.
I always wondered why you never went back to North. I never knew that wasn't the reason.
My dad wasn't having that shit, bro. He said, nah, find your way. Don't come back. So I couldn't. That's why I kept moving spot to spot. But I appreciate everything he did. I mean, he didn't tell me nothing wrong. I found something like Coach Scott was my coach. You know what I'm saying? Westbury.
Yeah, shout out to Coach.
They had me bouncing in clubs in the tunnel at 17 years old. So I took that as, okay, I'm gonna flip this. And then, man, I've been eating off the security thing for 30 years now.
Wow.
Word.
And that's a good segue to what you were talking about earlier, Walt. You know what I mean? How important it is to give some of these kids opportunities. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Richard Smith, RLS News there in North. You know what I mean? That's our boy, one of our classmates. But that was
gave him a shot
because Mr. Leblanc gave him a shot. And here it is now. He got to, rock, like he said. I had them was bouncing, you know what I mean, back in high school. And here it is. He made a whole career out of opportunity. Hey, you trying to make this quick $100?
When I went to Connecticut, brother, I don't know. When I went to Connecticut and to that boarding school, I used to catch the train from Milford, Connecticut, all the way to the Twin Towers, just to work off something like Scott put me on. That shit was so funny. Every weekend, I make $100.
Yeah, 18. Those $100 came in. It definitely came in handy. But you also used to bounce from Luke.
Oh yeah, that's one of my first clients.
Right.
One of my first clients, and I couldn't wait. I'm on all these DVDs. So my son turned 17. I said, "Happy birthday!" I gave him all these DVDs, and that's what Dad be doing. Like all these Luke DVDs. I'm on all these Luke DVDs. I gave it to him now when he turned 17.
What's crazy
I'm on like 6 of them.
What's crazy is the younger audience that's like 30 years and younger. They don't have no idea what you're talking about when you say Luke.
No, he's running for Congress too, though. He's running for Congress.
Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah, he called me, texted me the other day. He's like the only client I still keep in touch with. Like, I don't know why. What's up, bro? All right, bro. I
follow him on TikTok. I follow him on TikTok.
He's the only person I still keep in contact with, but he runs for Congress for it. He runs for Congress.
And they saying he got a legit chance at winning down there.
Oh, I'm not telling Leonard something. Leonard,
what's up?
You stay your ass off them cruisers for a minute, ain't you?
Listen. I gotta protect your immune system, Rod. Come on, man.
You jump back out there?
Man, listen, but that one that was on the news, that was somewhere. That was one of them small.
No, there's going to Antarctica. There's going to Antarctica.
Yeah.
From the route was crazy. They was going from
the route was
South
insane.
Africa, to Antarctica.
Yeah. But it was one of those smaller vessels. Like you turn around like this, and that's the vessel. Base pretty much. No wonder everybody got sick. Ain't nowhere to move. You ain't got nowhere to go. You on top of people. I need my space.
With that being said, Lennon be out there next week.
I love my water, Rod. I love my water.
How you doing, Mama? You good?
One thing you can count on is a yearly cruise for L, yo.
Oh yeah.
Definitely already booked.
Oh yeah.
The only thing about that is, conspiracy theories is that's how COVID came in too, on cruise ships. When the first was coming over, it came in on cruise ships. So I don't know, like and hantavirus, it's very hard to get.
Yeah, I wouldn't be scared to do that shit. I'm not gotta go out of town, flying and go out of the country.
It's very hard.
So it's no big deal.
They just saying this.
I remember. I was in Africa during Ebola. I remember. There's not with it. When over there, they wasn't talking about over there. I was like, hold on, it's a different narrative over here than it is in America with Ebola.
There you go.
They wasn't even talking about it over there, bro. It wasn't a big deal over there. They was laughing. One girl said, "You want this Ebola? You want this Ebola?" I was just trying to be funny because they wouldn't even talk about it like that over there.
Yeah, and that's a big part of it too, man. It's not to say that everything is skepticism, but you got to realize certain people control the media, like we were talking about even with politics, so they control the narrative. And I say it to the day I die. I always try to tell people the news is not the news. The news is just what they want you to know. The real news is what they're not telling you. You know what I'm saying? Especially here in America. You gotta always look at these outside sources, because even with this whole Iran situation, Israel, even with the Ukraine and all that, while that was going on, I watched a lot of Al Jazeera and BBC, a lot of foreign news, and the stories that it was like polar opposites of what was being reported. Over here, we winning, supposedly. Over there, we already been defeated. So it's like, which story is accurate? You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times you got to read between the lines, man. Hey, how you guys feel about the statue down there in Florida that just went up? I have posted it to Trump. You got the gold statue down there now.
First of all, that's a G move, right?
Yeah.
From just like this, that's a G move.
And listen, I told my wife, I worked 2 Trump rallies. I worked security for 2 Trump rallies, and I've never seen that type of love for any a president or any type of. It's weird, bro. I've never seen him like that. I ain't never seen him like that. My first one I came home, I said, "Hey, baby, he about to win." Why you say that, girl? I've seen 20,000 people. I ain't never seen him like that. It was like a concert. Like he was a rock star.
And Trump puts himself in win-win situations. It's a win-win, because if we talk about pulling the statue down, then let's pull all the statues down. Let's talk about the Martin Luther King monument. Let's pull that down too. If I can't have my statue, we ain't gonna have no statue.
You can have that statue. Ain't no big deal about that.
Exactly. So this is a
It's
win-win.
on his property. It's on his property.
Is it? I didn't know. I seen it was down in Florida, but I didn't know.
It's on his golf course. Yeah,
okay,
it's on his golf course. Oh,
yeah.
So
I thought it was like somewhere else. I seen the past out there looking like no, man.
Yeah, the whole print. That part was weird. The whole print over the part was weird. Though.
All the Jews and
I'm like, y'all praying over this shit? That was a weird part, though.
Yeah.
Black Panther man. But I digress.
We always gonna find one.
Make this about Trump. I just wanted.
They gonna find one.
Always. I was telling the coworker the other day. I said, you got to remember this here. We were talking about how somebody else moved at work.
Thank you.
I said, one thing you got to remember is the character Uncle Ruckus. It was based off of somebody. Steven from Django was based off of somebody. You know what I mean? There's always one, if not 2 or 3.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? L.U. Man. R.I.P. the Mama Gladys and our boy Les. How was Mother's Day for you, man?
I mean, it was good. I mean, it was, I always think about her around this time of the year. I don't know. Sometimes I try to. It's just certain things. Sometimes I would hear her say, and because my mother down low was a comedian, so like she would say stuff on the sly, and it would just make me laugh, or the way she would say certain things. So, but yeah, just keep that memory alive, and through others, just kind of how she went about her life and how she represented and loved her family. And that's what I remember. That's what I take in. So.
Yeah. She was
crazy because all y'all parents accepted us and loved us, man. That's amazing.
Yeah,
word.
Yeah.
Everybody, all 4 of y'all, all 3 of y'all, like this. Our parents like loved us. We went to your house and they took care of us and fed us, gave us knowledge. Hey, listen. I try to be that, but I don't know, man. I think they got us beating a lot of things.
Yeah.
I think
that generation got us beat on a lot of things.
I was looking through one of my Facebook memories a couple months ago, and it was where Khadijah had jumped in the car. Yeah, that's the same ones that used to be raiding our refrigerator all the time. Eating them.
Yeah, for sure.
Like Mama Gladys always kept it real with us, though. That's one thing I always remember and I really respected about it. It was like, my mom always kept it real with me, and people never understood me and my mother's relationship either. But it was like my mother was the church version. Miss Gladys was like the raw version, uncut, no cool. Like she gonna keep it straight with us.
Yep.
And I so treasure that and miss her so much, man.
Yes.
Word.
Yes.
So shout out to all the moms out there, Mama Darlene, R.I.P. Mama Gladys and Mama Tony. She know I love her. I texted her the other day, right?
She told me you texted. She told me.
Yeah. I love that lady, boy.
Yeah, she told me she texted.
That's what's up.
Yeah, man. But what else was that I wanted to cover while we was all together?
Punk ass Lakers losing.
I'm gonna talk about here, Laker fan. I'm like, sorry to hear that, bro.
Oh.
Walk.
Gosh.
This wasn't a good year for the chance.
No, I don't think they stood a chance ever.
Nah, that one down there on the bottom left though, he get real quiet because he wanted to send me caca when we go down to what. I ain't heard from that nigga sit.
My horse got smashed.
I ain't heard from him sit.
Man, that bird dead.
Hey.
Fried lemon pepper. That bird lemon. That is out of here, bro. We got smashed. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, listen. I hope y'all see it. Y'all 50 years old ain't never seen us in the championship. I hope we do see it.
Nah, I don't want to see that in the championship. We just ain't won one.
I don't want to see
what?
it.
I said we've been in the championship. I seen us play in the championship, but we just never won one.
What year was in the finals?
We was in the finals in '94 and 2000.
Ooh, that's a long time ago.
Yeah.
That was a quarter of a century ago.
Yeah, we went 7 games with Houston the first time. The first one that they won when Mike retired, and then we went back in 01 and we lost to the Spurs.
What that shit at 380? That shit on VHS. Ain't no 4K at all. And you need at least see a team in 4K, bro. At least clear TVs now, man. No tube TVs and stuff, man.
Well, shoot, you talk about you a Hawk fan. Y'all are just as bad as a boat.
Yeah, I don't
even think y'all won a championship yet.
I moved to Atlanta in '97 without a basketball team, so I just said, I guess I like this motherfucker.
All right.
Yeah, that's how I did it. I like the Braves. I moved down without a baseball team, so I like the Braves. I already had a football team. I ain't switching on that. But yeah, you already know.
I was going to send you the picture. I got a picture I got to send you with Justin. I was going to ask you if you knew who he was. The tight end y'all recruited from NC State.
Oh, Justin Jolly?
Yeah, that's my man.
Young really?
Him in life school.
He got potential. What's up, young G, all right?
Yeah. I said.
And you carry your bat with you, Rod?
Huh?
You carry that little bat with you that you hit the dude with?
I got my bat and I got this other cling, pow. I got all the accessories. But man, let me tell you, as I get older, man, I don't be trying to smash nobody up like I used to. I used to smash cats up and throw them to the ground. Yo, what dude told me last week? Hey man, I remember you used to beat me up. I was like, what? No, it wasn't me. I got a bad rep. My wife know it. She ain't going nowhere with me. I be like, hey, we gotta go. Why? I've whipped his ass before. We gotta get up out of here. It's time to go. You gotta get up out of here. I knew I whipped his ass before. It's time to go. I can't do it no more. All right, come on, let's go. I see it all the time.
Yeah, I learned that the hard. I learned that the quick down there messing with Rod. Like when he said it's time to go, it's like, hey, I ain't asking
It's
no
time to
questions.
go. Hey, one thing about you don't ask no questions, Mark. I'll be like, Mark, let's go. Let's ride. All right, come on, you walk up and start walking. Hey, it's time to go.
Facts.
Time to go. It's time to go.
Yeah, I know he be on point because we went to one for his birthday. One year I was down there for his birthday. Dude, we walking in. They patting you down. They recognize us and who we was with that particular night. I ain't gonna say no names, but what Rod know what I'm talking about. Man, we ordered drinks before we get in the club. Before we can even get patted down, they like, yo, let's go. We ain't even get to get the drinks. It's like, yo, when we was at a legendary spot, I'm like, yo, can we at least see the inside? Hey, it's time to go. It's time to go.
Town, bro. It's big, but it's small at the same time.
Yeah, I like more.
So I see the same folks over and over and over for years and years. You know, I got a good rep out here. Like I got a good reputation, but I still don't like the. You don't like it. We good. We open. Come on. I'm just standing outside talking.
Was you able to find out? I was still looking for some results.
I'm just standing outside.
Well, let me just check them out real quick. Well, the polls, did they close at 8 or they closed at 9?
Yeah, they closed at 8. So it looks like he's back in there.
All right, hold on.
Rod's got 75% of the vote.
Wow.
That's a disgrace. That's a disgrace because they was thinking that he's gonna get like 80 to 90%. So
Yeah,
he
Mark
lost.
actually came in second place with 9.4%.
Who?
Jamar Youngblood.
Mm.
But what's up with Muda? Because you know Muda was running against Dupre. Dudall.
Yeah. Hold on. Council votes.
Yeah, see if you can find the councilman.
Yeah, let me get up out of here, man. I've been real.
Hey, Rod, I appreciate this, homeboy.
I love y'all.
Like, yo,
I only came up because y'all was on here. That's the only reason I came up.
Word.
I don't support Marvin like this for real. I only came on here because y'all was on here for real. We beefing. Marvin sent my invoice on my check.
I got you, yo. It's on the way.
Like every Spears and Boosie, you know. You good?
Y'all probably need to do a podcast together.
Yeah, so I'm making sure I get my check. I love y'all, man.
I love you too,
No
man.
doubt.
Love
You too, bro.
Sure, man. Appreciate it. Yo, we gotta go. We're gonna make a trip to Atlanta.
Yeah, we definitely do. We definitely do. I don't know what happened to Gene. Because Gene was supposed to come on too.
Yo, I'd have lost it. It'd have been like an AZ moment.
I know, right?
Like when Nas on stage and AZ come out.
I know. It's like, what?
Yeah, they was you able to see that with Muda though?
I'm looking up it now.
Because I'm thinking it's probably gonna be about the same results, but at least Muda, the difference with Muda though, I think Muda, he again his heart was definitely in the right place, and he's active in that deal with as opposed to Jamar. He just, like you said, I think he just put himself in the race prematurely. I think realistically, he knew he didn't have a chance at winning, but he felt like people need an option. And that's what I was talking about earlier. That's the point I was getting made before Rod came in. You know, it reminds me of like back when we was in school, right? You know, you would hear different parents. You better not put your hands on my kids, and you know, kids. I bring my mother to school and all that. And they talk about different changes that they wanted to make. They going up on cafeteria prices, whatever the case may be. And all these parents got something to say, but then you got a PTA meeting, and you might have 3 parents that show up. Like, make it make sense. You know what I mean? Like, we got to be more involved. If we if we want to see change, then if you really want to see change in your community, then you need to be going down to them city hall, them town hall meetings on Tuesday night or whenever they are. You know what I'm saying? Voicing your opinion, seeing what the constituents is actually doing, or if they just holding these seats in these positions, are they actually active in doing what they said or doing the things that they said that they ran on the platform that they ran on? Because a lot of them don't. It's like once you get in there, you get kind of comfortable, and that goes for, like I said, that not just politics. That ain't just the mayor's office. That goes for the board of education. That goes for some of these churches, like me and Walt was talking about earlier. You know what I mean? Some of these people get complacent, and that's not cool. If you said that you wanted to do that, and I always try to tell people, I look at it like this too. You know, growing up in North, I say, you know, nobody becomes a cop to be a corrupt cop.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think everybody wants to go. They go in there with the mindset that, you know, I want to bring change. So, you know, that's the way to be a part of the force. If it's so popular, but it's just a matter of time before you keep taking a bath in dirty water before you become dirty yourself.
But that's the thing, right? Nobody, we want to hold people accountability. I think that's what Donna and the young man, Jamar Youngblood, was trying to do. Let's have some accountability. Keep accountability. I don't think, for me personally, I don't think they're the way they went about doing it was probably the best way. It was a way because it got people to talking, but it wasn't the best way. Because if you want to know where the money at, not only say it in front of the council, but go to the state, or ask for an Oprah request. I need out so you could have your receipts. I mean, there's things in place that could get you answers where you could give it to the public. But you're attacking somebody that did good, or when you was part of the cool kids club, it was all good. Now you're no longer part of that club. Now you want to find chinks in the armor because you're no longer a part of that club. And I think that's what you wanted to talk about too, like loyalty. So
yeah, and I'm glad you reminded me of that, Walt, because it's like, at what point does your loyalty run out? And I came up with that question because it was something that I was watching a couple of weeks ago, and I found it very interesting. Just the subject matter at all. Y'all know I love me some Malcolm X and everything that he stood for, whatnot, and everything that the case may be. And it was this video clip of this from the 90s, somewhere in the 90s, early 90s, of Farrakhan speaking, and Betty Shabazz was actually in the audience. And, you know, it's always been rumored his involvement with the assassination of Malcolm X and whatnot. And he was saying something to the effect of, my sister's here, so her story is valid. However he worded it. But it was like at the same time he was defending Elijah Muhammad. And you know me, I'm trying to break this bad habit that I got. I just can't avoid the comments. Like I see certain things, even whether it's funny stuff, and it's like I go in the comments and it's like, I hate this era that we live in where everybody has a right to voice their opinion and this here and that there. And it's like, yo, oh my God. Yeah. Oh my God, it's so nerve-wracking. I just can't stay out the comments. And it was amazing to me to see how many people were still looking at Elijah Muhammad Elijah Muhammad as how they viewed him. And a lot of people were still of the Muslim faith was talking about how Malcolm was a traitor. You know what I mean? This was the same dude that took you out of jail. It wasn't nobody else that took you out of jail. And that's what made me think about it. Yeah, all that may be true, but if I'm exposing you for being a pedophile and, you know, however you want to look at it, how loyal am I supposed to, up until what point am I supposed to stay loyal? You see what I'm saying? So I thought that was like a real interesting, and there's no right or wrong answer, but
definitely ain't.
It's like, if my mother go out here and decide to become a serial killer, yeah, I'm gonna still love my mother, but do I want to distance myself from her, or do I want to invite her to the family cookout like on Thanksgiving and everything? Yo, It's like, where do you draw that line at when it comes to loyalty?
Right, OJ over for dinner.
Yeah. Guess who's coming to dinner?
Right. I think loyalty, or we want to take this one L, but I think loyalty goes with your integrity. How much you can endure where your integrity, where yourself doesn't erode from the inside, right? Meaning people that followed the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, he literally did save their lives. Remember, a lot of them was coming from prison. So, if that's something that's tangible that you can hold on to.
Mm-hmm.
So, of course, I'm gonna be loyal to somebody that saved me from prison. However, as I grow, as I get older, as I learn different things, if it's going to interfere with my integrity following this teaching, then me as a person had to say, I can no longer accept this and move away. I mean that's just about, for me, that'd be the bottom line. My loyalty only goes to how much far I could that my integrity allows me to go with. Because at one point, then you got to say, nah, this is just not the life I want to live, or this is not the person I want to follow or be loyal to, right? But just, I'm gonna let you speak in a minute. But just talking about like North politics, of course they're going to be loyal to, let's say, Raz. Raz he got a generation of people to eat, to prosper during this period of time, to change their outcome from, to your point, don't live past 22 to what more, what else more can we do? So he created a loyal following based on that. Church, anything else? Church too. Like, you got these pastors that really have transformed people's lives, and that's what they look for. Like, what tangible thing that this dude or this woman gave me that I could follow.
But you saying, and I want Leonard to go. I definitely want L to go last because he's of the Muslim faith. So, but what I'm saying though, Walt, is at what point? Up until what point? Like
until you can't take it no more in your integrity, until it erodes you from the inside.
Yeah, because it's like, yeah, you might have did all this for me, you might have changed my life, and I thank the Almighty God that you was there for me and you changed my outlook, and I'm on the path that I'm on now. But if I find out that you out here and you got 3 different babies by 3 different women in the congregation, you know what I mean, and you supposed to be somebody of faith, I can't rock with that no more. I'm appreciative of what you did, but I got the step because you're not practicing what you preach.
Right. But does that?
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was gonna say, but does that make us hypocrites in a way? And what I'm saying is, my perspective changes on life. But I remember when we were younger, let's say a stolen car went through the neighborhood, we would step into the street to stop the cops from coming. Right? Right? Because these people that we was loyal to for our block. Mm-hmm. Now all of a sudden, I see a stolen car coming through the street. Yeah, it was a red Honda. Cool. Yeah, I think one of the taillights is out. I think it's named Fufu. You know what I mean? Because I'm no longer loyal to that, because my perspective changed on how hard it is for people to get certain things.
Actually, that one there, well, I don't know what you mean, because I ain't calling the boys for nothing. I ain't telling them. I'm not letting them do their job.
I got insurance now. You know what I'm saying? I got kids at home. I don't want to go to prison.
Yeah, I hear that. No,
I think not for something stupid.
Yeah, not for something dumb. No, absolutely not.
Or what I think, what I perceive as dumb. No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
But
I don't know.
Again, my perspective changed. Go ahead, Al. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, I was just listening to your perspective and your points, and I guess the way I think about it in terms of loyalty, I think about it in terms of who I'm loyal to is rooted in not only their values and their morals, but my values and my morals, and how does that align to my values and my morals, right? And it's like, you could follow somebody and you could, be down with them, down for the cause, down for whatever. Something can happen, right? Like, you find out you're a child molester, you find out this person's a murderer, this person's engages in domestic violence, whatever the situation is. So then you come to that point, and that realization is like, okay, do I continue aligning myself with this person, even though, you know, they did XYZ for me, got me out of situations or got me out of a point in my life where I'm now in a better place. Do I continue to follow this person, or do I have to kind of look and still in my morals and values and say, okay, I have to be a thinker. I have to think for myself. And what I find a lot today is people are not thinkers. People are followers, right? And it's just like we, you know, as a teacher, that's my main motto. Like every year, you know, I have a vision, I have a focus on what I want to achieve in that school year. But ultimately, my job, my mission, my goal is to create critical thinkers. And that's what's so absent and present in this world today is critical thinkers, right? You got somebody that's at the top of his pulpit and whatever he says is gospel, it's the truth. It could be wrong, it could be false, it could be whatever, but people will believe it because he said it.
Yep.
And so no one wants to vet it, no one wants to challenge it, no one wants to go against it. And that's my whole thing. When I think about loyalty, like I work for somebody at the school I'm at, my first principal, and she was big on loyalty, right? Now, whether how she handled things and whether she went through things was right or wrong, whether I agreed or disagree with it, you know, I had to decide, like, you know, what type of person she was, right? And now, obviously, I followed her lead because she was the leader of the school, but did I always have to agree with how she led? No. Right now, you have to kind of, like you were just saying early in politics, you got to play the game, right? So it's like, I recognize she's the leader of the school, so she has the power and the control to do things, you know, to people she likes and she don't like, because that's how she led. That was her leadership was rooted in, right? And so it's like when you move that way, then I have to move a certain way, just so I am protecting my peace, my values, my morals, and all those things. That's so when you talk about the topic of loyalty, that's kind of how I think about it and I look at it today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and that's a good point.
Can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
So, because we talk about loyalty, right? And I know we have our private chats and stuff. So let's say when y'all went through y'all separation, right? And we all know, like, we all friends with y'all significant others, right? Let's say if you say, hey, Walt, both of y'all, hey, Walt, don't talk to them no more. I'm like, but we was friends. On a smaller scale of things, where would that fall in for you? Like, if I was like, I think I'm gonna do this or I'm gonna do that, or do we wait for the permission? You know what I mean? Like, I want to tell a business.
Nah. I let L go first on this one.
So here's how I look at it.
Because I know what L gonna say. Because he swear I'm the leak.
Listen, this is where I stand. Okay, and I want to be very clear about this. Right, we're all adults, right, and we can all befriend and like who we want to like and not like who we want to like. I'm not going to dictate to anyone to say you can and can't be friends with that person. You can and can't talk to that person, right? Based on my relationship and my things that happen, right? Mm-hmm. All I'm saying is, please don't engage me in things that's going to disrupt my peace. That's what I'm saying.
I'm with you 1,000%, L. I'm with you 1,000%.
All I'm saying.
The laughter shows you that he's guilty. Guilty as charged.
I'm just kidding.
The laughter shows you how guilty he is when it comes to this subject matter. Like you say, it's no right or wrong. And like I agree with Aaron, we all adults. I never told anybody that they need to cut off my ex-wife. Right. None of that did. But I do know. You know what I'm saying? I won't say I won't know. Even if I don't say nothing, I notice it. Because how I built is, I'm one of those people, even though we are adults and you ain't got to cut off no relationships. I pick sides.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the way I look at it is like, Mayambi is my sister,
right?
Because she's married to you.
Correct.
God forbid y'all was to get a divorce. You're not my sister anymore.
I'm gonna hold y'all accountable for that. I'm like, hey,
You see what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that ain't got to be no beef or no smoke or nothing like that there, because you got to be real careful with that too. There has been time because I am one that picks sides where it has got me in trouble because I pick your side out of loyalty, but 5-6 years down the line, y'all get back together. Now I'm the a-hole because I've wasted my opinion and stay loyal to you, and you went back. You see what I'm saying? So you got to be real careful when it comes to that. It's dangerous waters when you pick sides. You know what I'm saying? Now,
Right.
one thing I would do is I've never been disrespectful to any of my people's exes or whatever the case may be. But at the same time, like, yo, because this is the thing too. You got to remember, like, in my situation, you got to remember we was together for over 25 years.
Right.
So I'm not mad that people built relationships with her outside of me. You know what I'm saying? And they might not look at it like I do.
But they ain't a part of the 5.
Huh?
I'm saying, but they ain't part of the 5.
That's what I'm saying. But still,
I can care less about the other folks. But the 5, I wish I would see y'all talking about. Yeah, what kind of business you in?
Yeah, you know, I do the XYZ, right? Like, yo, you bugging, yo.
Yeah, I wish you would.
It's what I call. It's what I put it like this. This is what I call a habitual line stepper.
I wish you would get in her line and buy a ticket. You better not. 2 more things.
Hello. And when you do put it like that, and like into the L point, if you do want to go as I for lack of a better term, if you want to go behind my back and still buy that ticket to L point, just make sure I don't know about it.
Right. Just
you see what I'm saying?
Trust and verify that in this friendship, in this brotherhood, I will never be the Jermaine Jackson of the brothers. That's a shiesty man. He's a shiesty man. People can say what they want. Jermaine Jackson is shiesty.
It's funny that you would even say that because I was supposed to do a show about the movie about like 2 weeks ago and it never came about. But I was telling somebody about the young fella Jafar. I was like, yeah, he one of the brother cousins. They was like, what are you talking about? I'm like, you know, 2 of the Jackson brothers got the same baby by the same woman. So they actually like brothers and cousins at the same time. That's like crazy to me.
Yeah,
brothers.
But he's one of the brother cousins. The dude that played Mike in the movie.
Him and his brother, Your Majesty.
That's diabolical, bro. It's one thing to sleep with, like, come on, man, but to have kids and build this whole family and all, like, yo, y'all bugging, yo.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
I don't know what Jermaine be on, but Jermaine is bugging, yo.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, man. That's a good. I wasn't expecting that. Well, that's a good one. And I'm sorry we couldn't help you clear your conscience, but
no, it's just that like we went on a deeper end, right? But then there's smaller ends of loyalty, right? The deeper end is, you know, like politics or churches and things like that, or, you know, connections that you build. But then there's a smaller loyalty that, you know, has the same, like for y'all, certain things I would expect from y'all. I would even say it if it bothers me, right? And to your point, yeah, we did build relationships, and you know, I laugh with L because L swear I'm elite, but right, because they find out stuff that only like certain folks know.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, but nah, I would never do that. You know, like you say, I rock with you first, or I rock with you. The reason I met this person, so of course, there was just certain things like, you know, like like me and my son was talking about it yesterday, and like let's say when I was doing, I'm gonna say hit rock bottom, when I was going through what I was going through when I was younger. And I remember one of my friends helped me, you know, just in the mindset. And, you know, I was loyal to him to a point where, you know, he wound up disrespecting, you know, my family later on in life, like my mom. And it hurt me because I was like, Dad, I was loyal to this dude because, you know, he did help me when I needed a mindset shift. He was there to help me with a mindset shift.
Mm.
And so whatever he needed from then on, whether it was money or helps or favors or anything, he had it. No thing. But then when I helped him do something, then it was he did some sucker stuff, right? I'm gonna say he did some sucker stuff, and so like my loyalty ended there. But it was hard for me to end that loyalty because, man, like this dude helped me when I was in a low point. So loyalty is a tough thing.
And like I said,
with integrity.
So just to take it a little bit further though, because I think I'm almost certain I know who you're talking about. But that's my point, because how I'm built, even though I got a relationship with him outside of your relationship and me and your relationship, when you violate my people like that, you can't not expect it to affect our relationship.
No. That I'm not worried about that.
No, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's going to affect like you. Most people would think, well, that ain't got nothing to do with you and me and Mar, but I'm looking at you sideways because y'all was just as close as me and this joker is close. Right. So if you did him dirty, being that I know how close y'all was, for you to do him dirty, I got to look at you different like that. Even if me and you considered each other cool.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? I'm looking at you different now. Because you violated. That's a violation to me. Yeah. But people like, you got some people, hey, they ain't long as they don't do me wrong, then no harm, no foul. And that ain't nothing wrong with that either. I just ain't built like that.
No, I got
like I said, I pick sides. I have no problem with picking sides. I'm not a neutral type person. You know what I'm saying? But that's just me. And I don't expect everybody to be like that. But I get exactly what you're saying. You know what I mean? Because we all go back and forth. Matter of fact, me and Rob was literally talking about this last 2 weeks ago. He was like, yo, is Walt still on that? We ain't gonna bring up certain people with like I'm like, yo, L, it's a young lady after I got my divorce and all that there. It was a young lady that will remain blameless. And Walt like, yo, bro, nah, man, nah. I'm like, yo, you is bugging. Like, you is bugging. Walt like, nah, man, but you
nah.
We just
you wilding. You still wilding.
Hey, all right, so let me ask you, because Lydia don't even know what we talking about. So Lydia, you give your honest opinion. Let's say somebody we went to high school with, right? This is somebody that now we all graduated in 93. I got my class of 93 t-shirt on. You know what I'm saying? Many moons ago, as my mother would say. But somebody that went to school with us, they was a well-known couple, right? Let's just say the female was in a well-known couple in high school. They break up in high school.
No.
Yes, they did.
No.
Yes, they did. I'm telling you what I know.
Okay.
Listen.
Okay.
Listen. They broke up in high school, right? 30 years later, she go do something, I go through something. We want to not get in no relationship, whatever, but we there for each other and all that there. You know what I mean? Boom. This one like, yo, how you gonna do that to him? Like, dude, you talking about somebody that went together in high school. She don't even know where this joker is at. Been married to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? But this mother talking about I violated because somebody went with somebody. They would never got married. They wasn't in no engagement, no nothing like that. Did you know
we broke bread together. That's just me though.
That was 30 years ago, Walt.
So it sounds like for you, Walt, the loyalty was strong.
We broke bread together. Like me and them as a couple broke bread together. For me, it's just can't it happen? Sure. Like, am I like gonna be sweating?
Yeah, I mean, look,
weird.
people. That's. I mean, okay, I get the weirdness, but at some point, right? People become free agents at some point, right?
Exactly.
I mean, I don't know. I know you said that you break bread, but I don't know. Is that like
No, like we had meals together. You know how they say we ate 10,000. We ate a pound of salt together. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Like,
Okay.
first of all, this dude made it comfortable for me to walk down 8th Street with no problem. I'm gonna just put it out there like that.
Okay.
Yeah, you start to get too many details though. Like this ain't certain streets. Like yo, you come on, man.
Hey.
See, he's showing you again that we know he's the leak. All he's doing is giving us more evidence, more ammo to work with. We don't have to wonder who the leak is. We know who the leak is.
We know who the leak
No
is.
matter how much he deny it.
We are aware.
And I'm like, yo, you tripping, bro. Like, I get it. But that's why I say it's always good to have a friend like that there. Because I'm like, yo, if you giving me a hard time about somebody that went together with somebody in high school over 30 years ago. Because when we was up there for his birthday, hey Marvin, nah, man, I ain't talking to him. I'm glad you finally let that go, man. It was bothering me. Like, dude. You're the only one tripping over this high school romance. That was over 30 years ago, bro.
You want to come say
You gotta
hello?
love some walk, man.
Yeah, people become free agents at certain points. So hey, you gotta.
Everybody, this is my
Don't
daughter.
get it
To
twisted.
say hello.
Hey, what's good, young lady?
What's good, Chloe?
My headphones anyway. Hello.
Are those your headphones?
Yes.
Tell the truth. Yeah, I figured.
All right, time to go brush your
Wait.
teeth.
By the way, Uncle Leonard.
What's up?
Okay. So I'm doing good in math. So I'm walking in. So next year, when I go into IM1, I'll be in high school. So yeah.
You'll be in high school. Wow.
I'll just give y'all a quick background. Uncle L is her tutor. Now, first of all, you talk about loyalty. Kids don't have no loyalty. Chloe doesn't have any loyalty.
Wow, the disrespect.
First of all, because I know math too.
Yeah, but who does she call to get help?
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. She ain't loyal.
Yes, she is. She's loyal to her godfather. She knows.
Walt sound like, yo, I was a geek too.
No, that's what. Listen, like, hey, I know this stuff too.
I know. Walt was like, I was in the classes next to you, L. I was in the classes next to you.
Hey, Walt, don't take it personal. It's always like that. I was having
I
a
know.
conversation with my god brother and my nephews here in North Carolina one day. You know, they play high school football now, and one of them went out for quarterback, and we was out there in the front yard, and I'm telling them like, yo, I'm showing them footwork. You know what I mean? You want to open up at 12 o'clock and just different the mechanics of it. He go out there, he do exactly what I do, tell him to do, first shot. His father sitting there listening like, yo, have I not told them the same thing 1,000 times? It's just different when it comes from Uncle Marv, though. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's always been like that. That's the story of life. We always got that favorite aunt. Oh man, I wish that was my mom instead of my aunt. You know,
Exactly.
Like sometimes. But
Exactly.
Rodney said it on the show before when we was all on together. He's like, them two dudes is definitely the smartest two dudes I ever know. Like, cause y'all was talking about trigonometry and all in high school. I'm like, man, what is that? I'm thinking it's a combination of math and science. I don't know what. I'm not. Look, I'm doing the bare minimum.
Right.
I'm cool with algebra. I don't want to know what no calculus is. I don't want no cankersaurs and all that. I don't even know what it is.
Cankersaurs.
Like, that's what calculus sounds like to me, like a saw or something. Like,
Man, shoot.
I want to know parts of it, man. And shout out to while we all here, shout out to Miss Cato, man. Miss Cato's still going strong, man.
Word.
I be seeing Miss Cato on Facebook. I try to reach out to her every once in a while. Her and Mr. Gas, but shout out to Mr. Gas as well.
You know, Miss Cato, she's very heavy in the West Side alumni group. She's very heavy into that, and she's always at all of like the all of the awards dinners and stuff. So y'all
I
should
said
come
I
up
got to
to
get
one.
up there one year just to see her.
Yeah.
For
Then we
that
gonna-
event.
I think next year we're gonna try to nominate Elle and Rod.
Mhm.
Like Elle for like the teaching part, and then Rod for like the sports part. Because they dope. Then we only got to buy one ticket. We don't have to buy 2 tickets.
I was like, boy, I wish you had brought up the loyalty and that there while Rod was on here, because me and Rod always talk about that off the scene too. Like, yo, man, how this Joker? I told you about it last year, boy. Like, yo, how this Joker make it in the Hall of Fame, West Side Hall of Fame for me and Rod? Like, y'all bugging, yo.
I'm not in the West Side Hall of Fame. I'm not in the West Side Hall of Fame.
No, it's gonna remain nameless, but somebody was elected. And when Rod seen the news, Rod called me like, "Yo, hold up, boy. Like, am I tripping?" And like, am I tripping? I'm like, "Nah, bro. As far as I'm concerned,
they should remain nameless.
one of us should have been in there before that. Like, you know what I mean? I was on the team I was on the bowling team that took Westside to the state finals at one time. You was on that team as well, Walt. You know what I'm saying? Football, baseball. You know what I'm saying? Later on in life, I'm doing my thing, been doing this show thing, like, you know what I mean? Like, my resume kind of strong, bro. I ain't too my horn. I don't do the fake humble, but I'm just saying.
Contact Gary Taylor, Coach Taylor.
Who was
Contact
that?
Coach Taylor, Gary Taylor.
But I ain't about to beg nobody to be in the Hall of Fame.
What happens is you got to submit a application.
Oh, you got to see that's why half the people ain't even in. I never knew that.
Yeah, what happens is somebody will nominate you. So let's say I'm like, oh, what about this dude Marv? And then they'll send you an application. You just submit the application, and if you meet the criteria, boom.
Okay, so in other words, being that I never got an application, that means I never been nominated.
But remember, most of the people that's on the committee and stuff, their classes are like 60, 70, and 80. So they really don't know what happened 80 to 90 and 92 to 2000 or 2000
right.
and finish and out.
Right.
So it's like we were talking about earlier with politics, man. Sound like we got to get, no disrespect to the older people, but we got to get some young blood in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but they asked, they asked like, hey, y'all willing to be on the committee? I think ain't Keisha on the committee now? LaKeisha?
She probably
I don't know, but I know she was on trying to
I think we should do it.
she's trying to get the crews together, yeah.
That cruise sound dope.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to go without like take like 4 days without the family. It's one of them 6-7 moves, right?
Yeah.
And it's the same weekend of Lincoln Park. I know you don't care.
Plainfield got a new we got one of the Lincoln Park, so we got a house festival that's kind of dope.
Everybody done bit out blueprint, man. Newark gonna always be the blueprint, man. It ain't nothing like Lincoln Park, man. It's the original.
Well, trust me, I know.
You got stuff every week now. You got one in Irvington Park, one in Orange Park. East Orange be doing their thing at Elwood Park. Watnaco, Weekway doing their own thing. But it all started. We know where it all started from. We all know where it started from. But yeah, that celebrated 20 years last year. I don't even know my
Gary went up.
One of the back to the loyalty real quick. I wanted to say while you were talking about it. It was funny because I remember posting when we was doing a show last month about hip hop. I had posted a picture with me and KRS-One, and one of my brothers commented on it. He was like, "Yo, man, F that mug, this here and that." He knew about African Bambaataa messing with them little boys and all that. Yeah. So it's like I had to think about it. It's like, here it is. It don't change who KRS-One is in hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
But do I want to be associated? Like, do I want to take pride in posting this picture like I did before? Because I didn't know that he knew about Bambaataa. I had heard about Bambaataa.
Yeah, he had. I think I remember that article, like that interview he did, because he was saying like, all the allegations that come out, he said he still was going to support Bambaataa because what Bambaataa meant to him and to the movement. And people was like, people really kind of flipped out, like, wait a minute, he's a pedophile.
Yeah. That's a violation. And I know he did a lot for you, you know, even with the like I said, with Elijah Muhammad. And see that, I guess from the outside looking in, and you know better than me, L, because you, like I said, you're a part of the faith. But it was always like, for me, I look at it like, and it was something that I rest in peace to Bishop, man. I really love and miss him. But it's like L was saying earlier, that's one thing that I really loved about my bishop. And it was to the point where we didn't just run with it because he said it.
Right.
You know what I mean? He trained all of us as our leader. Don't take my word for it. He wanted you sitting in service taking notes so you could go home and read the scripture for yourself. Don't just take his word for it. Go see for yourself what the word is saying. You know what I mean? I'm just going to show you in the right direction, but you need to do your own homework. I'm not going to think for you. I'm not going to tell you how to believe. You know what I'm saying? You don't see that, to your point. You don't see that in a lot of churches. So I really value that and miss that so much more now that he's gone, because there's not a lot of pastors that do that. Right. They want you to, you know what I mean? They want you to rely on what they say as the truth and as the gospel, but it's not. It's just one person's opinion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was like, for me, I never looked at Malcolm as a traitor from my perspective. It's just that they forced his hand to the point where when he first walked away from the nation, he wasn't talking about why he walked away from the nation. He didn't start talking about why he walked away from the nation or actually going in this explanation until the nation started supposedly making these attempts on his life. So now you kind of forced my hand. You know what I mean? Okay, this is why I walked away, because you know, and he said it. Everything that I said, I started with the Elijah Muhammad teaches. You know, everything that he always said. I'm like, because it was almost to that point. I'm like, you, El, well, dang, do you have any thoughts of your own? Because everything that Malcolm started with was the Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches. You know what I mean? So how do you feel, though? I know what he taught you, but how do you feel? You know what I'm saying? And then so I know that had to be difficult for Malcolm because of the relationship that he had with Honorable Elijah Muhammad, for him to have to walk away. But dude, when I'm seeing what you're doing or what you've been accused of, and now I got alleged proof of this thing happening, I gotta distance myself, because it's not about me. You know what I mean? It's about the bigger picture, and we trying to impact lives. You know, hey, what's good, Tom?
Look, cuz.
So, you know, that's the way I looked at it. I didn't look at it like him being a traitor. It was more or less, to Walt point, it was his integrity, saying like, listen, we're men of the faith, and the way that you're living your life outside of the pulpit, so to speak, or the stage, or the mosque, is not lining up with what you're teaching. So I got to walk away. Just like you know, even with Bishop, that's one thing Bishop taught us. Follow me as you see me following Christ.
Yeah.
When you don't see me following Christ, don't follow me.
Right. And a lot of that, like how you're describing, kind of like what Malcolm's going through. Like I often think about my dad and kind of how he kind of did some shifts in his life. Like he never lost his faith, and he never talked about much. Like you would, you know, as a kid, you know, you'd be like, they always say stay out of grown folks' business. So you would eavesdrop, you would listen in, you would hear. And but I can tell, you know, there was moments probably in his own, he was conflicted. And so, you know, from him, you know, starting off in the nation, and then, you know, probably hearing, being exposed to some things had him kind of probably like, whoa, like conflicted, like he was just talking about. And it's like, what do I do? And, you know, I think as he moved along, I think he found his own pathway that led him to where he eventually was, and that he was comfortable with and was at peace with. But I think that was a part of his own integrity, right? And who he decided he wanted to be loyal to, right? You know, and put faith and trust in people who he could at that time. Because it's a lot going on. It's a lot of moving parts. A lot of people know about and don't know about, right?
Yeah.
Jealousy, and you being loyal to this person. You should be loyal to this. It was a lot of that going on back in the day. Real messy stuff. And probably still go on to some degree, but you have to learn how to separate yourself and kind of put yourself on a pathway like this is what's a better pathway for me, not this. And I know that's not always easy. That's not always an easy decision to make.
It's not. Because like I said, even with the news, like it's like at the end of the day, when you got these two conflicting stories and you love both parties, how do you decide what is true?
Yeah.
Where's the truth in all of this? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right there.
So it definitely had to be a difficult situation. But shout out to the memory of Malcolm X. Like I said, it is always funny. I had a lot of preachers and bishops and stuff. They used to always talk about me, like, you talk a lot about, for you to be a Christian, you talk a lot about Malcolm X. And I said, for me, that's because, not knocking nobody of the Christian faith, but he was more Christian-like than some of the Christians that I know. Like Malcolm literally, he died. He was assassinated for what he truly believed in. It wasn't about just Betty Shabazz and his girls. He believed in us as black people and wanted to see not just black Americans, he wanted to see black people liberated across this whole globe. And he was willing to give his life for that. Some people like, it's admirable, but I don't know about all that. I got to take care of my family. I got to take care of mine. Malcolm was willing to sacrifice himself for the greater good, as far as I'm concerned. So that's monumental in my opinion. You know what I mean?
Whenever they start talking about the money or economic empowerment, all of a sudden people start disappearing.
There you go, and that's always the thing because people don't talk about it, but that's what it was with Martin too.
Martin, shoot, if you want to go biblical, Paul died because he started telling people, "Hey, we don't need these idols. Stop buying these gold bracelets." Next thing you know,
we got to get them up out of here.
Toot, what up?
Toot.
They had the Zionist party moving early. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can do all the marching and protesting you want to for equality. But when you start talking about economic equality,
right?
Now you turn heads.
Oh, right.
Now you turn heads because now you affected my bottom line. We not doing that.
Exactly.
So but shout out to them, man. Like I said, it's just a messy situation when you find yourself in those situations and you got to pick sides. That's why I wanted to bring it up. Just that whole loyalty aspect, like how far do you go? Because I am not just saying it because it's you guys, but I know for a fact when I think about the Fab Five, like people don't understand the brotherhood because all four of y'all have been there for me at different pivotal times in my life.
Right.
That I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Well, you gave me the best one ever. And I hold true to this day, a favor for a favor. And we
hey, I don't know what you're talking about.
A favor for a favor. And I'm like, now that's the definition of loyalty.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I remember back to saying, yeah, I'm gonna leave it alone. I believe it.
Oh, now you don't know what he's talking about.
Saying, yeah. When I had one of the, even though the pull-out game was strong, I had one of them pregnancy scares. And I remember Gene being there for me, like the scene in the Fire Heartbeat. Everybody knows Fire Heartbeat is mine. Right. Gene, like, hey, do you love her? You know what I mean? But come to find out, she told me, yeah, she was pregnant, but it wasn't mine. Oh, word? Okay, good looking.
Then we got to get on some other stuff.
Yeah, good looking. and it was funny because people, even my ex-wife, she couldn't understand, like, why are you so cool with her? Yo, she could have hit me up if she wanted to. The fact that she was honest with me, oh, you got a friend for life, girl. You gotta live a life. We can't go together no more. You know what I'm saying? You can't be my girl no more. I can't touch you in that way, but you got a friend for the rest of your life.
You got a friend for life.
Oh, you a fool.
No, I'm dead ass serious, bro. Real talk. Like, cause I could have been jammed up because they gonna remain nameless. But I know some of my classmates that had jokers. And I ain't gonna say classmates, but people in general. I know some sisters that had dudes raise babies, knowing that ain't their child, and that could have been me. I'm always eternally thankful for that she ain't played me like that.
Sometimes you just got to keep that 250 in the stash. That was 1993 thinking.
That was 96.
Hey, we're pro life on this show. We're pro life on this show. Walk.
All right.
That was 93 thinking.
That's funny.
We stay away from over there. What was it? Was it not Court Street? Little side street there by the Parkway.
Oh,
the BP at. Or downtown, like I knew all the clinics was at. All the clinics. Man, we ain't talking about this, man.
Delete.
Yeah, that 250 went a long way back then. I ain't gonna. That ain't even funny. Lord forgive us. You know what I mean? We're changed men now. Our hearts and minds have been changed.
Forward thinkers. Yes.
Exactly. But yeah, man, we gonna get ready to get up out of here, man. Y'all have anything y'all wanted to cover before we got up out of here?
First of all, I'd just like to say, thank you, Marv. It really touched me to see. I wish Gene could have came on. But
he touched me. He has something going on with his kids and the team that he coached. Gotcha. He's just getting in a little while ago.
Gotcha. Because that really touched me. Like to see L pop up. To see because I was like, oh, we about to get into politics. I talk politics all night. Then see Rob pop up, like knowing this is my birthday week. First of all, it's Taurus season, so shout out to all the Tauruses. It really, I was really touched. So thank you.
No doubt, bro. That's what we do, man. SMA. Love is love. You know how to go.
How you say SMA number 10?
Soon as you agreed to text, soon as you agreed to do the show, I immediately texted him. I ain't even wait. I texted both of them. I said, "Look, man, Walt don't know about it, but I'm gonna send y'all the link too." You know what I'm saying? Man. That's what it is, man. And it's like it's really important to let you guys know and to be there for one another while we can. I just buried my oldest cousin, the firstborn cousin, on my father's side of the family 2 weeks ago.
Condolences.
And it's like, thanks, man. Thanks. Appreciate it. But it's like, I'm tired of us hearing these different stories and what people meant to them at funerals. You know what I'm saying? When we rob ourselves of the opportunity to let people know the significant part that they play in our lives while we yet can. And I refuse to be that way. You know what I mean? Y'all know I've always been like that way. Y'all was there when I had my moment, when the three of us right there in that room that day. You know what I mean? But it was something that I'll never forget because my brother showed me. I didn't know if you needed a hug. But it was a real moment because that's what love do. And I need y'all to know how much y'all mean to me and how much I value our brotherhood. You know what I mean? We got the slogan, the Fab Five, but it's more than that. I got 2 biological brothers, but I got brothers, you know what I'm saying, right, that I go to war for. You know what I mean? Like you said, when you let me know about the 50th last year, man, I ain't have a dime in this world. I ain't even gonna lie to you. But I'm gonna find a way to get up there to be there for my boy Walt. You know what I'm saying? And L, I didn't get a chance to go with L because like I said, L be on them all inclusive cruises and all that.
L platinum status on the cruises.
Yeah. L get 2 weeks. Gotta pay no more. He just show up.
Right, get 2 bags of laundry done.
Right.
Butler service.
But man, it's like I just want to take more opportunities to really, give you y'all flowers while we can. You know what I mean? Not to be talking over no, like, I rest assured if anything was to happen to one of us today, y'all ain't got to worry about how Marv felt about me. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's important for me for people to know. I stand on that solidly. I don't want nobody to ever guess. I wonder how he really felt about me. No.
Right.
I take pride in most people that know me or have a personal relationship with me. They know where we stand at. They know if I love them, why I love them. And if I don't rock with them, they know exactly why I don't rock with them. Right. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't no guessing game. And I think I wish more people would be like that. You know what I mean?
I agree.
So it's very important that we do that. Tom said, "Happy born day, cuz."
What up,
No, I agree.
I didn't know you and Thomas was related.
Yeah. West End.
All right.
No,
that's what's up. What you was about to say?
No, I was saying thank you too, Marv, for always doing this and kind of like having these venues to bring us together and have an opportunity, to talk and chat and chop it up, outside of like our chats and text threads and stuff like that, and when we call each other. But like you said, I've always tried to be that person to try to tell people how I feel about them. But I think now more so since turning 50, it's just been more of I guess the word I'm looking for, maybe an epiphany, just where I don't wait for things. I don't let things simmer. I just tell people how I feel in the moment, good, bad, or indifferent, right? Because when else are you gonna have an opportunity to do so, right? But yeah, you tell people how they impact your life. How do you feel about them, right? Because you never know. So that's how I go in day in, day out now. Especially after the last couple of years for myself. So I don't take no moment for granted. If it's a moment where I say I want to do this, I do it. I don't think about it. It's done. That's what it is. So that's how I'm doing it now. So thank you.
No doubt. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all, man.
I
will ask you. Go ahead,
one last thing, Marv, because what people don't know is I was about to crash out before my birthday. And Marv, I don't know if you remember the quick, hey man, because I was so I definitely I don't know if I said thank you then or thank you later, but thank you now, right? Because I sure was acting diva-ish.
Yo, he was when I say crash out, bruh, yeah, he was ready. He was ready.
They was messing up my moment.
Like, yo, man, listen. You can let it get. You can pick it back up tomorrow, but today your day. Like,
right?
You bugging. Let that go.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and he was solid, like solid 10 toes down, like you say. He came in, and we're solid. I'm gonna just say solid because that's us.
That's what we do. Love, show up for love, man. You know what I mean? That's why I was sitting, because even 99 we told me, he said, "Boy, you drove all the way up here just for this." Yo, my brother needs me, so I'm here. You know what I mean? That ain't hard.
And can I get one last shout out? Chloe does bedazzling. This is her thing. Chloe does like art and stuff like that, and she makes clothes and things like that. And shout out to Courtney Pugh.
I was just about to say Courtney, but that's what I thought about Courtney when you said that.
So she bedazzled these. These are her headphones. So I just want everybody to know y'all gonna have clothes by Azah coming soon. The House of Azah. So,
all right, that's what's up. You already let me know when it's official.
It's not.
Bye bye.
It's not House of Azah. It's not House of Azah, Dad. No.
But go ahead. I'm sorry, Mark. You can close down. I apologize.
Nah, I was just gonna say, man. Like I said, just to double piggyback on what y'all was saying. Just always keep staying solid. Walt, you stop leaking everything, and we be good.
Stop shooting out that intel.
Yeah, we be good.
I ain't even on social media. Y'all hilarious.
Nah, man, but I appreciate y'all for taking out the time to do this, man. I know both of y'all be having busy schedules, especially you, Walt. I really appreciate it, man. It was good just chopping it up, man. Word. And I guess shout out to Raz Baraka on another term. I didn't get to see whether Dupre won or not.
Dupre had the lead. He had something like 400 votes. I think Muda had 51 at the time. Hold on, we just had put it up. The West Ward is it's not reported in. All of haven't reported in, but right now it looks like Do It All have a lead, a slight lead.
Yeah,
but it don't look like it was a heavy voter turnout either. So that's another thing we need to talk about.
And that's what I was getting to close out on the wrap up is, you know.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Shout out to Team Baraka, but if you guys really want change, you can't be on the sideline talking about this change. And like I said, I never forget that, you know. PTA talking about what the kids don't need to be doing, what the teachers don't need to be doing. They don't need to have guns in school. They don't need to be doing all that there. But then only 3 people show up to PTA meeting. And I understand everybody can't be there. Some people got 2 or 3 jobs or all that there. But if you want to have a say-so in your kid's life, you got to show up to these PTA meetings. If you want to change in your ward or in your city, you got to show up to these city council meetings. You know what I mean? Like, don't nobody want to do it all the time. And yeah, we just don't care. But then when they make these changes and they pass these different laws locally and whatnot, now all of a sudden we got something hissy fit where you ain't care. So why care now? You know what I'm saying? You had a chance to implement yourself and voice your opinion, but you chose not to do so. So it's like we got to be, you know, we got to be more mindful of that aspect of it. You know, I always talk about it when it comes to the WNBA. People, oh man, the WNBA. Me personally, I could care less. I just think it's a bad product, but that's just me. But the same people, nah, man, they need to get paid more money. All right, well, how many games have you been to? How many jerseys have you bought? You know what I'm saying? So it sounds good theoretically,
right?
Until your actions speak louder than just you voicing your opinion. So if you want some change, go down there to them city council meetings. Or how about working with Rise or trying to at least anyway? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Africa too, brother Africa. I just seen he got arrested for something. I got to go back and look at that there. I ain't get a chance.
From the Jungle Brothers?
No, Africa from North. The leader
okay.
Head of the Black Panther movement. Because that's a big thing now where they going around telling people illegally in North. And I've been seeing a lot of that. Like, and they put picking your car up for no reasons. You know, some people parking in for so-called fire lane, but it ain't no sign, no nothing. And as soon as they pick that car up, they telling you automatically it's $250 to get it down. So it's literally illegal what they doing. You know, they actually out here stealing people's cars. So that's like the latest thing, and this been going on for months now. But shout out to him for, you know, fighting for the people and standing up for the people, always showing up when he possibly can, you know. And I think we just need more people like that there. It ain't about being riled up and all that there, but we want to see change. How about even if we don't run together, make sure let's try to work with each other. You know what I'm saying? And see how we could implement. Now, if they don't agree to change, at least you know that you did something. But you can't be on the sideline. You can't be complaining about what Ryan's doing if you ain't go out and vote at all today in the city of North.
Correct.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Yes. Yes.
Let's do better. If we want better, let's do better and be a part of the change. You know what I mean? Somebody told me years ago, never complain about a situation that you're not trying to be a part of the solution. And I was like, you know, that's really
that right there.
That part right there.
Change my outset on anything before I start complaining about what's going on here and that there. All right, well, what am I going to be willing to do to make this change? You know what I mean? Whether it's volunteering, whether it's getting out there in the community, whatever. You know what I mean?
Right. Because people have to understand too, your contribution ain't got to be grand. You know, minimal contributions can have an impact too. You know, every little part of contribution is valuable. That's what people got to understand.
Absolutely.
You know?
And I tell people, I used to teach when I was preaching that, you know, when it talks about tithing and all that, a lot of people don't believe in tithes, people that do believe in tithes, but tithing isn't just 10%. It's not just about finances. You could donate 10% of your time. You know, you can volunteer. You can go work at elderly homes. You know what I mean? You can go to the hospital and visit people. You know what I mean? That's tithing, and when you donate your time. Yes. You know what I mean? It ain't always just about your money. You know what I mean? So there are other ways to give other than financially. You know what I mean? And be a part of something. You know what I mean? But you just can't be a lay member, just show up at the church and then Why we always in here? But you ain't on no committees. You don't speak to people. You ain't no usher. You ain't no, you know what I mean. You don't work the parking lot, no nothing. So let's just be mindful of that. If we want better, we got to do better ourselves, or at least have a clear conscience that we played a part in doing better. You know what I mean?
Correct.
But yeah, man, we gotta get up out of here, man. I appreciate you guys, man. Thank you everybody for tuning in, all the comments. Again, shout out to Tom, shout out to Rod, shout out to Gene. Couldn't make it, but
Shout
he
out
was
to
with us in
Gene.
heart. And as I tell you guys every week, man, let's be really intentional about letting people know what they mean to you, why you care, why they care. Because once they're gone,
How you doing like this?
Yeah, I think so. I've never done it. I don't even know how to do it, but I see it all the time.
I got kids. I got babies. I
Yeah.
got little kids.
Like I tell my son, I'll let y'all have y'all thing. You know what I mean? I'm gonna let y'all do y'all. It ain't nothing worse than the old people. Y'all doing over there smoking that reefer? It's not. They don't even know what reefer is. Come back here with these old words. Ain't nobody smoking no grass.
Right.
They don't even know what they mean. Like with the cat now. Oh my God, that just drive me crazy. Oh, you capping? Hey, what? I never forget the first time we out of here. I promise. But I'll never forget the first time I heard this dude talk about, yo, man, he always capping. I'm looking around like, who's shooting? You know, capping meant something different for us.
Right. You had me looking like
It's more serious than somebody lying. Somebody capping meant somebody was busting.
right.
You know what I mean? So I let the young folk have their thing, but yeah, hearts,
Hey,
however
Mark,
you do it.
if you could, man, you should do a show on that new AZ album. It's fire.
Oh my God.
But we'll talk about that on.
Yeah,
that's another
I only heard like three. I only heard like 3 songs on it.
That album is straight fire. Yes, I agree.
Well, let's do it.
All right.
2 weeks from now. Give me time to listen to it and
All right,
break it down. We'll do another hip hop show in 2 weeks.
Fire.
But yeah, man, y'all be good, man. Like I said, love on each other while y'all can, man. Call somebody that you haven't talked to in a while. If you don't feel like talking, at least text. Just let them know that you were thinking about them and that they mean something to you while you can, man. Because like I said, when it's too late, it's too late. And there ain't no going back. Why be in a woulda, coulda, shoulda situation when you can? You know what I mean? Let's be proactive with that while we yet can. Tom, you already know, Big 74, I love you, bro. All the time. But I appreciate you guys. And as usual, I'll see you guys next week. And as usual, in signing off, DeAndre and Lisha, know that the daddy loves you intentionally, but also love you unconditionally. Till next week, peace.
Peace.
Peace.